Where? There.
Where?
Over there.
I can't look over there.
There. I tell you, I saw something. A shadow. A shadow. There beneath the door, I saw shadows of skirts or a cloak. I saw something. I saw someone there.
It's your fancy, monks. A flight to fancy, that's all.
What are we going to do, Fagan?
About the shadows, the skirts, the cloak.
About the boy.
All the time, Dr. Losbern. All the places you told me about in Paris, I went there. And I wondered what it would be like if you were there with me.
Please, miss. Please, sir.
He's awake.
I know that. I'm a doctor.
Where am I this time?
But I must go and tell Mrs. Bedwin.
I hope you're worth it.
Giles. Giles, it's Mr. Brownlow.
Mrs. Bedwin! Mrs. Bedwin, the boy's awake.
Oh. Giles, Brittles is ill.
No, he's not, Mum. He's always like this.
Brittles is ill and we have to call the doctor out.
Oh, no.
We have to hide Oliver.
No, you don't have to hide him, Mum. The boy's in my room. The master hasn't been in my room since the turn of the century.
But there's a boy in your room now, Mr. Charles.
Giles!
Oh, you're here again, are you? Somebody's sick, I would hope.
Brittles, Mr. Brownlow.
Brittles is never ill. Somewhat disturbed, yes, but never ill. Where's Rose? Where is everybody? In Brittles' bedroom? Is it Bedwin?
Oh, before I go, some friends are arriving the weekend. I wonder if you and, of course, Mrs. Bedwin and Miss Fleming would care to join us.
No. Mrs. Bedwin!
I didn't mean to do it. Do what? Do whatever I've done now, because I know I've done something awful.
Now is not the time for confession, Oliver.
There was a big man called Bill and a woman called Nancy, and they took me away from you. Except Nancy didn't want to. And an old man who taught me stuff I didn't want to learn. The old man took me to the big man.
The master's looking for you, Mrs. Bedwin. This time he's really looking for you.
Oh, well. Now it's my turn for confession.
I've heard an awful lot about you.
But it isn't true. Oh.
Mrs. Bedwin!
I have something to tell you, something I find very hard to say. I find it hard to believe I'm saying it. Mrs. Bedwin.
Oh, I understand completely, Mr. Brownlow. I'll leave first thing in the morning.
Oh, good God, woman, I only shouted at you. There's no need to. Mrs. Bedwin, the only reason I'm here today is because I'm actually deeply ashamed of the fact that I took out my temper on you, of all people. That I lost my faith in humankind, my belief in common decency. I wanted to believe that bruises could be healed, and I could help to heal them. Heaven knows it worked with Rose, but even now we don't know the full extent of those bruises, do we? These nightmares still, I mean, she
You've
refuses...
been her father. Everything a father should be, and most fathers aren't.
But it's the young boy. Mrs. Bedwin, the young boy, Oliver Twist. I thought I might be, do you know, there's something about him, I don't know. What I mean is, you can be for the good, or you can be for the bad, or you can be miserably in between, and we're all good and bad. Yes, of course we are, but you see, if I'm making little sense right now, it's because I allowed myself to believe what other people thought about Oliver Twist, and they might have been right, Mrs. Bedwin. But what has filled me with such deep shame these past few days is that you believed in the boy as much as I did, and I turned against you. And in turning against you, I turned against myself and everything I ever believed in. Can I have a large brandy, please? I can get it myself if you... No? Right. If you do want to go, there's the cottage in Folkestone, of course.
I have something to tell you as well.
I don't know why you couldn't have told me what you wanted to tell me downstairs. Is it Brittles? Is he dead?
Snitch.
Ah. Afternoon, Giles.
Good afternoon, sir.
What is this? I thought it was Brittles who was ill.
Rose, you can come out of there now, Ruth.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Why couldn't you pick Brittle's room? Why pick mine?
I didn't mean to run away, sir. I didn't want to run away. I was taken.
What was that for? Or was it for the usual? 'Cause I'm here.
Because I'm here. Went wrong. The boy got hit.
Who hit him, Bill? Was it you? You hit women, you might as well hit a kid.
Proper it. With a gun. You don't know what being proper it means. Go to bed. I've got the shakes. Drink. Get me a drink. Go and get me a drink!
There is no drink, Bill.
Go and get me a drink! Oh, night's pretty good tonight.
I was sent for.
I know I sent for you. Now, Oliver, do you remember the last time we met?
Yes, sir. I was in the man's wardrobe with Miss Rose.
No. No, boy. When we were in London, before you went away.
I was taken away, sir. I would have never left you. Oh, Mrs. Bedwin. Whatever you would have done to me. Because whatever you would have done to me couldn't have been worse than what had been done to me before I met you, and since I met you.
Why don't you... Perhaps it'd be better if, No. Best. Always to start a book at the first chapter, Oliver. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I was born in a workhouse, sir. My mother died when I was born, sir. I don't know who my father is, and I have no brothers or sisters. I don't know anything else about how I came to be born, sir. Though I wish I did. But I dream about my mother, sir. But I never dream about anybody else. So I don't think there is anybody else, sir.